Hello and welcome back to TheHereticSpot plays Tyranny. So, we arrived at Tunon's court, had a brief conversation with Tunon and the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus about what happened. And now Tunon, the adjudicator, wants to talk to me in private. I have no idea. Oh, I actually can just select my guy and then he will move on his own. Yes!
Right.
Let's leave them there. Hello, adjudicator, and still the shield is on the bottom.
This civil war, this feud, is an insult to Kairos' peace. It should not have taken the better part of a year to silence the last vestiges of the Oathbreakers.
Tunon regards you in thoughtful silence. I agree, Your Honor.
Our allies squabble while our enemies regroup. It falls upon the court to measure the extent of the damage and to execute the agents of disorder. I suspect that treachery, negligence, disunity, and greed have infected one or both of our esteemed allies. Until you are instructed otherwise, this matter is the court's primary focus. Graven Ash and the voices of Nerat must be examined in close detail. You are charged with observing the Archons and presenting your case that one of them has wrought chaos and disorder upon the Tiers.
I will make this my mission, Your Honor. Or what if I find both blameless? Could they both be guilty? Or remain silent? I remain silent.
As always, you will be held accountable for what you do in the court's name. But you are free to conduct your investigation in the manner of your choosing. You must expect lies, misdirection, and manipulation. Suffer not such obstructions of justice.
I actually like the picture when they're talking and the gesture they do.
They say the voices of Nerat holds you in higher regard than most. Use this alliance to enter his confidence. It seems unlikely the Archon of Secrets is more honest with friends than with rivals, but to his friends, he has been known to divulge much.
So we are to deceit.
The Disfavored will likely be less cooperative with your investigation. They will no doubt assume Graven Ash's honor is beyond reproach, which is all the more reason to scrutinize the Archon of War closely. And if the ironclad forces discourage your inquiry, I charge you to make them talk. Speak their language of battle if you must.
Oh! I shall speak with the Archon of Secrets. The chorus seems like a source of lies. Why bother? Extracting information from this favor sounds like a worthy challenge. I take the first one. I shall speak with the Archon of Secrets.
Your fellow Fatebinders have been busy acting as my eyes and ears. I have a few leads for you to follow. You should, of course, speak with your brothers and sisters of the court if you need further counsel.
The Scarlet Chorus leader in Halfgate is set on taking the Disfavored's holding with lethal force. Rumors of aggressive chorus posturing are commonplace. But if you are in the Stone Sea, it would be wise to investigate.
The Oathbreakers were reported to be using iron armaments, more than they might acquire from looting what few Disfavored they killed. Any iron in the tiers not rusted through was made by forge-bound hands in Lethian's Crossing. Between craftsman and quartermaster, someone let iron fall into enemy hands. Investigate this matter and bring the thieves to justice. There is
Yes,
a final matter to discuss. A sensitive topic.
Though it's impossible to gauge from his expression, Tunon seems more wary than usual. What concerns the court, Your Honor?
In spite of the many shortcomings at Vendrian's Well, you managed to make a name for yourself. You proclaimed an Edict of Kairos, resolved its demanding conditions, and ascended the mountain spire.
Fierce nodding.
Any one of these feats would be worthy of recognition by the highest authority. You managed to accomplish 3.
Tunon hovers in observance, awaiting a response. I was only doing my job, Your Honor. I am in a privileged position to accomplish incredible deeds. Just another day in the life of a fate finder. No. I think the second one is... well, it's... has more spirit. I'm in a privileged position to accomplish incredible deeds.
It pleases me that you grasp your role, as long as you temper it with a sense of duty. Whether by design or by accident, you have captured the attention of Kairos' army and the local tiersmen alike. This is no small opportunity, and the court charges you with exploiting your new standing to its fullest potential.
Thank you.
You have a title in our hierarchy. However, it's a little-known secret that one's standing in the world is determined by their infamy, their deeds, and how they come to be known. Mind this notion as you bring justice to this lawless frontier. There may come a time when your deeds speak for you louder than any title.
That is most likely true.
Whatever you did to capture the attention of the masses at Vendrian's Well, I would encourage you to do so again.
Understood. I will be known as the champion of justice. I look forward to chaining chaos to my will. Great deeds will define me. Well, I'm his dog. I should take the first answer. Understood. I will be known as the champion of justice.
Good. It falls to us to set a new standard for these southern barbarians.
Yes, yes, yes.
You are dismissed. Should the court have need of your presence, you will receive word. Go forth and do my bidding, and bring glory and honor to the tiers in Kairos' name.
Tunon raps his gavel against the floor, the singular notes sounding throughout the hall. That was the ripple we just saw. The ornament at the top of the throne resembles Tunon's mask. It always seems to meet your gaze regardless of where you are standing. We have resolved this one. Blop. Ah, he is standing here again. I thought he vanished. So, let's see. We have gotten this Dissonance of War, another quest. The Trial of Archons. Evidence against Graven Ash. Evidence against the Voices of Nerad. That will be quite difficult. To roleplay yourself in a way that you will get evidence. Ah, yeah. He wants to speak to me anyway. That's good. Stirring visions. Whatever you did in the Ascension Hall Vengeance well has given you the power to interact with the Spire. Before you ascend to the Spire, you had a vision. When the edict broke, understanding the vision might help you better grasp the new power you have acquired. Find a way to Lethian's Crossing Spire. Ah. Well, I told them I will speak to the Voices of Nrod after I met Tunon in court. And that is what I will do. Oh. Blood and Mark. Welcome back, kid. Amusing as it would have been to watch the edict drop, I guess I'm glad you lived. Blood and Mark. Archon of Shadows. Oh. Archon of Shadows rouses from the faraway stare, turning to face you with a wry smile. Though he stands still, he seems to sift in and out of the shadows that shrouds him. I've gained trust with the Blood Mark. I have lost favor with Blood. Sided with the Scarlet Crows, huh? You like secrets and trickery. The Archon gives you a long stare, punctured at the end with a sword sneer. Blood Mark lose average favor and gain average wrath. We have the answer. I don't need moral to win a war. Time was of the essence, but Ash was slow to act. I sided with the Archon that could ensure my survival. What is it to you, Archon of the Elderly? Ah, no. That's an excuse. And that is a fact, I would say. I take it that I don't need morals to win a war. You've gained favor with the Scarlet Chorus, you've gained wrath with Blood Mark. The court could disagree with you there. His pupils spread and bleed, eating the light of the eyes. He stares at you with his eyes of darkness in his shadowed, shrouded face, and his expression is not pleased. Then he blinks and the emotion is past. His golden irises once more glowing dimly back at you. When wrath gain, I imagine you are off to meet with the voices for, well, whatever it is he has in mind. But first you and I need to have a little chat. I am listening. Everyone's keeping an eye on you, because you did something nobody has done before. Got a guess as what that might be? I'm the first Fate Bender to engage in war against an ally soldier? No. I am the first Fate Bender to proclaim 2 edicts? Really? Well, that would be something. I am the first to resolve an edict before its consequence came to pass. That is as well a good point. I am the first Fate Bender to awaken a spire of the old walls. I am the first Fate Bender to take an evasive stance against your rhetorical question. Let me guess, I'm the first Fatebender Kyros has decided to promote to some position of authority. That is as well somewhat true. but I think it is the solving of an edict what I will take. Close, but not quite. It's rare, but it's not the first time the Curious has issued an edict primarily as a threat, providing the target sufficient time and motivation to comply in order to avoid the edict's punishment's effect. Proclaiming an edict isn't new, neither is surviving or resolving the commandment of an edict, but you are the first one to proclaim and resolve the very same edict, and it didn't kill you. In one fell swoop, you survived your second edict, resolved the very one you had proclaimed, and woke an arcane structure that slept for several centuries. Why should I care about any of this? So, why are you telling me this? Do I have something? Did I do something wrong? Glare silently, or and now I go on your short list over people who stand out as potential problems. I will glare silently. I don't care what you do with the information, but you should know the danger you are in now that you've put yourself on the map. When you are dealing with voices, don't forget that he'll be doing everything he can to figure out what makes you different and how he can use it for his own gain. Thanks for the advice. That was an advice. I would thank him for that. I am a friendly guy. The Archon of Shadows shrugs to you in farewell, but his golden eyes are alight with interest as he watches you. So, let's see. We have Jeebus Christ. Okay. Well, it is actually... Oh, we can't get there yet. Seems. Lycian's Crossing. 2 days to get there, and there's another spire. Well, I would say it's on the way. I need to decide what to do. Either go to Lycian's Crossing, and that was my vision. I probably have to go there anyway. Okay, let's make it the way directly to the Voices of Nerat. Nice picture. That is... Those are the 2 generals. Okay. And there's Tunon. "5 days and 12 hours. Okay, let's go. Choo. So we were almost a week away. Time's of the essence. Oh, nice. Look at that. All those purple crystals. Looks so mythical.
Yes.
Oh, what's up here? There's a lot of death around. Welcome to Cacophony, Fatebinder. Nerat said to be expecting you. Where can I find the voices of Nerat? Northeast corner of the camp, near the only real building left. If he is not in the throne, he is wandering not too far from it. What can you tell me about Cacophony? It is the main stronghold of the Scarlet Chorus and the Tears. All chorus groups have some of their people here. Horde, Scarlet Furies, Blood Chanters, Bloodhound, even the Beastmen. Everybody's get their own section of a camp. Better that way, keeps the brawling to a minimum. Farewell. Okay, what was that? What is that? Blood-soaked mantle. I'm not allowed to sell you anything. Well, I don't want to buy, I want to sell. I'm not allowed to buy anything from you. Oh, F you. Ah, look at that splinter. Dirt. Overlord's blessing to you, Fatebinder. Regards and so on and so forth. Mightn't there be something I can help you with? For the right price. What kind of price? The usual. I'll help you, you help me. Nothing too steep. Such as? Say I were to give you information and you're acting on that information, then benefited me in some way, such way or another. Would be a shallow price for a nice payout, if you get what I would mean. Where were you up during the war? Trying to stay alive, mostly. Heard any rumors lately? Any news of interests going around Cacophony? Nothing new, only the usual happenstance. So and so, killing so and so in their sleep and absorbing their gang. Leaders from throughout the tiers, entering you know whose tent and never stepping out again. The voices doesn't even leave a body. How do you think he does that? No, on second thought. I surely don't want to know. He licks his tongue over his teeth, scratches his cheek. And you did not hear so much as a whisper from me. Oh, I have a lower option. But I heard some of his victims end up on spikes, no? I gained low experience. Yes. Sometimes something shows up on the spikes nearest the voice's tent. Sure. But whether it is, you can't exactly call it a body anymore. Get me? Farewell. Then we have Dirge. I think I have talked to Dirge at some point. And Wrathrod starts. Just what we need. A Fatebinder of the courts. Look, I understand my rank, but But I can't just bite my tongue when the bossman Dirge thinks to get away with a crime of such proportions without bribing me first. He grins manically, staring daggers at his gang boss, even as he speaks to you. Frick you, Rothrod. Dirge shakes his head, murder written in his sneer, as if you'd settle for a rent rump of fistful of rings. Admitted. The price you wants my head so you can stand atop our little crew. So what do we have? What crime is being charged? The lot of you are babbling idiots, alright. What are you on about now? Say nothing or leave. I listen. The gang boss nods to you in camaraderie. I appreciate you ensuring we've no dispute, but you don't need to concern yourself with this matter's Fatebender. He is a problem I'm fully capable of managing. Right. Oh, yeah, I voiced the wrong guy, but never mind. So, you think you'll be hanged for breaking Kuro's law, Dirge, even if the voices can't protect you against that? What crime is being charged? A capital one, Fatebender. And I saw it with my own eyes. 3 nights back, Bossman snuck into and out of the old world's running wisdom rise. You shitface! Dirge barks at a insubordinate. That was the word I was looking for. Subordinate. Think you can steal the throne when you're breaking around my blade in your chest? Or maybe it's your crafty, forked tongue I should have carved out first. He crosses his arms over his chest, stimmering with indignation, but he scowls. A hint of worry flickers across his furrowed brow. He licks his lips before entreating you to dismiss this complaint against him. Like I'd be dumb enough to risk my entrails in scurrying about some frosty ruins. Think I don't know that they are forbidden? Scurrying the old walls is just asking to incite Kuro's wrath. And I've got no death wish either from the bane within. Nor Kuros above, nor a Fatebender of Tunon before me. The old walls are possible answer. The old walls are indeed forbidden. Oopsie daisy. There is no leniency in the interpretation of this law. I can sentence you now, Dirge, or I can hear your plea and adjudicate a fair ruling. False accusation is an insidious crime, Rothrod. What proof do you have of your claims? Yep, we are for justice, so we need proof. Proof? Like what? It's not like I followed him into the old walls so I could properly document his transgressions. I saw him go in and out, chasing that sage. That ought to be evidence enough. No, it's not. That is not evidence. If it's solid evidence you need, let's get check where that sage's body lies. He spits indignant. Pff. A sage in the old wars. What sage would be an answer. Or only those under direct orders from the overlord or operating under the agent of Tunon's court may enter the old worlds. Or why are you so eager to sentence Dirge Ruthrod? Eager? The Horde member rubs his back of his neck, ill at ease. I mean, I'm just thinking, on account of Dirge being a true criminal under Kyros laws, he really isn't fit to lead this gang no more. So somebody like me ought to be running things. You see, Fatebender? All he has is his scheming and lies. He knows he'll lose if he challenges me outright, so he thought he'd accuse me of a crime even the voices couldn't dismiss. He stares icily at Ruthrod. We have 7 answers. Oh boy. 1. Only those under direct orders of the Overlord. We had that. So, 2nd, did you take anything from the old worlds or touching anything? 3rd, the penalty for false accusation is the severance of 2 fingers and the sword-bearing hand. I'll let Ruthrod choose his own punishment. A fine of 300 rings or 3 years of hard labor. Oh, subterfuge. Certain lie. The penalty for false accusation is death by impalement. Oh my god, that would be evil. I'll let Ruthrod off the hook if he licks my boots and begs for apology. Okay. Enough. I find both of you guilty and for wasting a Fatebender's time. 50 lashes each. I go for 3. The penalty for false accusation is a severance of 2 fingers and a sword-bearing hand. I will be known for justice. I hope he doesn't do it then. Do we have a question or doesn't seem like it? Well, let's take that. Nicely put, Fatebender. Ruthrod is an idiot and a liar to boot. Give him a piece of justice for thinking he can take what's mine. No, wait, you can't. This hasn't turned out right at all. Fatebender, please, have mercy. It was all a misunderstanding, you see? You gained minor fear with Elantry. Well, that'll teach him to... Then he looks down at his feet, lost in thought. To never ask a Fatebender anything? I suppose if that's the precedent you wish to set, the choice of punishment is a good touch. Well, that was not what I was hoping for. I actually thought I could investigate. Maybe I chose the wrong answer. Oh. Calamity Gin, Requiem, Gnashing Nils, Chaos. Many. Fatebender, hear me out for a moment, will you? Requiem, okay. We've got a problem. We can't settle Fatebender. When we plotted against vile arson, we agreed we'd split the spoils 4 ways. But now that the rings rucks and booze bottles are laid before us, seems some folks feel entitled to more than their fair share. Who's vile arson? A deranged pisser of a man and our old gang boss. He deserved everything he got and more. The Horde members are all not as required as Requiem explains. He stole whole cartfuls of rings and polished stone after Azur crumbled. We dug the items up, hauled backs of them all over the place, but got none of the payoff. Plus, he used to beat Calamity Gin and Gnashing Nils for fun. You want me to adjudicate the settlement between thieves? Thieves? We didn't filch nothing. We killed Vile Arson and took his property. By right of the Circle of Fifth. Requiem nods. Little Gnashing Nils is right. As our weakest, she earned a right of the spoils. Most of all for the abuse Vile Arson heaped on her over the years. I will hear your plea, even if everyone is in agreement of my involvement. Or that's a pretty loose interpretation of your arcane laws. The strong lead, the weak serve. Don't give you permission to freely murder others. Well, but that's how it is in the Skull Chorus. I know that actually as well. I'll hear your plea. I'll hear your plea, even if everyone is in agreement of my involvement. The Quar woman nods. I certainly am. I'd like to settle this and put it behind us. What of the rest of us are you? I also am interested in this Fatebender's ruling. Let an outsider weigh in. Surely, then you'd see the greater way of my contributions. One of the more timid Horde members ducks her hand, scratching through the back of her hair. Are you sure? I've heard bad things about inviting the court's judgment. Once Fatebenders gets involved, their ruling is absolute, isn't it? She glances to Requiem and Chaos, reading their clues before she relents. Okay, I guess I'll go along with. Calamity Gin. The last one shrugs. Doesn't matter to me. I already decided to give up my share. I just wanted to the bastard dead. Why is that a lie? Probably because I don't know when they are lying to me. Then let's proceed. Tell me what happened and I'll determine how the goods should be dispersed. I'll hear you out, but know that my judgment may come at a cost. The four exchange looks before one of them clears her throat awkwardly. Right, then. Guess I'll start us off. Calamity Gin cracks her neck and squares her back, eager to rely her part and be done with it. We all got tired of being cut on and watching him torture Nils. So, when Requiem suggested the plan, I was eager to lure him into our trap. She glances around and speaks a little softer as she continues. Had to use my finest hooch. I brewed it in a bronze boot I found on the battlefield. But after a couple of hours, I had him nice and relaxed, stripped him of his armor, and distracted him after that. Requiem. That's when I snuck out from under the straw bedding. She runs a hand over her bloody marks on her skin, long dried but worn of pride. Arson never did anything, eat, sleep or shit, without a weapon. But we'd hobbled him enough that I was able to hack him into ribbons. Eventually, he started crawling for the flap of the tent. Chaos. When Requiem had stationed me, he crossed his arms over his chest. Standing broad and tall. I slit Arson's throat to end it, dismembered his body, and spent the night scattering his bits between the fighting pit. Two latrines and a salivating beastman. It was bloody and long work, but it was damn worth it. Gnashing Nils. The last gang member flushes and shyly turns her face away under your scrutinizing gaze. I just stood watch, a few tents down. I'm sure someone heard the scream, but no one came running, so it worked out fine. You each see one of the questions I'm just reading. You each seem equally satisfied with the outcome of events. Why are you fighting over the goods then? The horde member rubs her chin as if wondering herself. Finally, she offers her carefree grin. Guess it's just in our nature. If we don't take what we can, then when we can get it, then how will we ever get it? Then how we ever get ahead? Who will lead you in vile Arson's absence? Without a moment of hesitation, the quiet girl speaks up, standing more sure than she has the entire exchange. Requiem, she saved us. Calendar begin. Requiem. Chaos, he nods brusquely. I followed these girls into the screaming jaws of death. If they ask me to, I don't care which one's leading. Which one's leading us when we get there. Okay, I made my decision. I guess. Come on, Fatebanner. The weight's killing me. What's your call? She cracks her back, restless. The majority of the shares will go to Gnashing Nils in recompense for the crimes she suffered at the hands of vile Arson, which reportedly motivated his death. Then the rest will be split evenly amongst you. That was actually the cause for for them to kill the vile Arson, because they couldn't watch any longer. That is a good choice. I probably will take that. But what else do we have? Secondly, the goods are to be split evenly 4 ways, as this is the most fair and expedient resolution to your dispute. 3. None of you are entitled to wealth. You'll destroy the cash as it's caused a squabble between you. That is not a bad choice as well, but... 4. Half of the shares will go to Requiem, a proactive organization of the mutiny. The other half will be allocated to cover my legal fees. No, I would like that, but no. For luring us into a trap, half of the shares will go to Calamity Gin. The rest you will split evenly. 6. The cash goes to Chaos for carrying the burden of risked punishment. No, but I take the first one. That has some emotional gain as well. Gnashing Nils, the battered petite girl, starts stuttering in surprise. Me? Really? But I... Requiem, hush, Nils. It's a good and fair ruling. If I can't get my full share, I'd see it go to Nils anyway. She slaps the smaller girl on the back. An easy grin plastered her usually stoic face. Chaos nods, satisfied with the ruling. I've got no complaint with it. Take what you're owed, Nils. Lantry. So, the reward is shared by virtue of pain endured? A fair ruling. Lantry nods pensively, recording the conversation in a hastily written sepia. If she is the most harmed, a proportional reward seemed entirely fitting. So, Lantry is more like my conscience. Oh, what is that, and what is that quake? Food. So, what? There are beast. Let's go to the beastmen. Let's see what they have. Oh, there's something as well.
Sorry,
I see.
can't.
Ah, subterfuge 40. Oh, very good, very good. This one goes here. Greater healing. Let's go to him and that one there. Jump. Oh, light leather boots. That is bloodmoss food. What are light? They are disengagement defense. And what about her? Ah, she has them actually. Okay, well then on with the boots. Oh, and what is that? Blood-soaked mantle. Minus 15% recovery time while wounded. That is not bad. Haste and parrying. Let's take it here. I have purifying, immune to poison. Oh, wonderful. And vitality +1. if I take that off, what happens? 7 points of health are lost. But 10 points of parrying would actually be quite nice. You get this one, as well as some healing potion. Can I... What just happened to my healing potion? Oh, wow. 19. Can't I... Ah, with the Alt key I can actually... alter the amount, which is awesome. Coolio. Cool. Oh. Okay. Scarlet poison. Needed. And you. That is good. I like it. So, what do we have here? Kiro's Edict. The scroll contains the words of Kiro's Edict you have been commanded to deliver. If Ascension Hall has not fallen by taking by force before morning, on the day the day of swords, all in the valley when this edict is passed will perish. Ah, that is that one. House seal. The seal was made to care for attention to detail. The seal was made with care and attention to detail, as the description said before. You recognize its sigil from the merchant house hand over quill. And it even looks like it. Nice. Nice. Okay.
Yes.
That's more or less just the Beastman camp. And there is ought to be something here. Probably one of the boxes. Yep, there we go. Bronze dagger. Take it under consideration. Dillions and Sickle Notch. And 2 Prisoner of the Honor Guard. So what do they have to say? We need the bodies of mewling pisses. Face red, veins popping on her neck. The Scarlet Fury screams at the horde clustered before her. She waves her arms wildly as she shouts almost dance-like in her agility, a blade clutched in each hand. Unlike you cockering pignuts, these conscripts can't survive a battle. Dillions. One of the horde's members spits a blackish mix of herbs and phlegm at the Scarlet Fury's chest. So they say to save their necks, but what's good the word of oathbreakers and cowards? Furious and nearly faster than the naked eye can follow, she lashes a return strike, a splotch of red blooms across the offending spitter's chest. Ah, spitters. I should change my eyes or something. Those bionic eyes. a match to her fresh sputum stain. The crowd tenses like a coiled spring, ready to hurl themselves into bloody fracas. What's going on here? Dillians, Fatebender, yes? Fatebender, good of you to come along. The Horde representative sneers and straightens himself taller, feeling self-important in the moment. You just saved this Fury's neck. Verse, I find that unlikely. Scarlet Furies don't surrender their necks to anyone without a fight. Your guts would have pooled around your feet before that happened. Oh, look, she looks a bit different. A damn slew of our Oathbreaker came crawling to us less than a fortnight ago, so we trust the lot up like beastmen for roast. Why should we welcome liars and defectors to guard our backs? The Horde member spits again, but aims to the side this time, carefully to avoid hitting the Scarlet Fury. Come on now, Fatebender. Come now, Fatebender. Your clever sword. Tell us your sword. What ought to throw them in the pit? Let the lone survivor join us. Just the way of the course, right, boss? Sicklenotch, the pit serves for merriment and the wheat out of fan-sucked weakling like you. The Fury snapped at the Horde member. Turning to you, she adds, in this case, it would be a waste of resources. These are part of the splinters that held of the disfavored the Vengeance well for many months. We should integrate them into my unit of Furies. Gotta take a sip of water. Good water. You sure want me to weigh in? If I do, it'll be as an official envoy of the courts and irrevocable for all parties involved. Choice 1. Choice 2. I'll hear you out then. Settle the matter as a Fatebender. I'll hear you out then. No. I'll hear you out then. This matter as a Fatebender. Well, I just asked to be sure. You sure want me to weigh in? If I do, it will be as an official envoy of the courts and irrevocable for all parties involved. Sicklenotch, the Scarlet Fury cocks and nods of agreement. I'll be seated just to have the squabbling done with. But we can't win a war with only fish-necked slatterns and sea of blood. We need skilled fighters who wield our blades. Verse, the Scarlet Chorus doesn't lack for meat to throw at the enemy, but is always in need of experience. If you ask me, those with training should go to the Scarlet Furies. Anything less would be a waste of talent. Dillians, we might be made of tiersmen, but we are loyal to Kyros. The chorus ain't an open cattle call to any turncoat who's got a sharp weapon and a decent pairs of boots. He licks a sooty thumb in thought. Toss them into the pit, boss, and I'll donate a share of the proceeds to you. Okay, that is bribing. I don't like bribing. Ooh, wow. Those are choices. First one. The captors will go to the Scarlet Furies to aid the strategic military operations within the Chorus. Second, the captors will fight in the pits to ensure a survivor is traditionally initiated in the Chorus. Third, the captors will be executed to dispel the discord they've raised within the Chorus. I am not sure about what choice I should take of 1 or 2, because the second choice is the choice the Scarlet Chorus would usually take. They let them battle and the survivors will be initiated into the Chorus. That is more or less tradition. But I like Verse, and her suggestions weren't all bad. She did advise me quite well in the past. So yes, I will put them into the Fury. The Scarlet Fury. You've gained favor with Scarlet Chorus. Yeah, Scarlet Fury salutes you brusquely, but with honor. I'll see them assigned to a suicide mission at once. If the Handpackers can survive that... Oh, see? There we go. That is as well tradition. Then they'll be worthy to serve my Furies. Wonderful. Macht aber. You lost loyalty with Up, you gained fear with Up. You know they've tried everything in their power to find death before conscription, and now you turn them over to Nerat? You have a cruel sense of justice, Fatebinder. Ah, that's probably my bad. So, what do we have here? Boxes. With some stuff. And I just see that we reached the time limit again. To hear myself while talking sometimes really interrupts me. It startles me. But I will get used to it in 5 more episodes, I hope. Oh, what is that? Look at that. What is that? A dog. Ooh, I want one. But then again, thank you for watching. I hope you liked it, and see you next time when it is TheHereticSpot plays Tyranny. See you then. Goodbye.